Hi guys, it's Khalilah. I am coming to you from our beloved home by the sea for another week of yoga. I hope that you guys enjoyed last week's video and I hope that you enjoyed this one just as much. Last week we did a short flow and we'll do a similar flow this week. We'll connect our minds with our bodies and our breath in a way that nourishes our mind, body, and spirit. I hope that you all are well and I look forward to seeing you all again. So we'll start in a comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall. Your comfortable seat can look like whatever feels best for you. So if you like, you can extend your legs or you can cross them, whatever feels best. Sitting up with a nice tall spine, maybe closing your eyes. And we'll just begin to turn our attention inward, taking deep breaths in and long breaths out. Taking a deep breath in, filling your belly up with air. And a long breath out. And we'll take another deep breath in. And a long breath out. This time, bringing your right hand to your belly, placing your left hand over your heart, connecting with the breath of life and the beat of life. Maybe connecting with the breath of life, noticing the rise and the fall of your belly as you breathe in and out. And maybe connecting with the beat of life, noticing each beat of your heart, knowing that your heart beats with the rhythm of life and the rhythm of love. And we'll take another deep breath in. And a long breath out. And another deep breath in. And on your exhale, bringing your right hand over your left, placing it over your heart. Noticing your heart beating. And then bringing your hands down beside you. Gently fluttering your eyes open if you like, taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, dropping right ear to right shoulder. Bringing your chin down across your chest. Taking left ear to left shoulder. And then allowing your head to drop back. Taking right ear to right shoulder. Chin comes down the chest. Taking left ear to left shoulder and allowing your head to drop back. And switching directions when you're ready. This time left ear comes to left shoulder, chin comes down the chest, taking right ear to right shoulder and head drops back. Continuing that rotation. Keeping your spine nice and tall. And then slowly coming back into stillness, bringing your gaze back to a neutral position, resting your arms beside you. We'll inhale. Reaching up high, gaze looks at fingertips. As you exhale, hands coming to heart center. We'll inhale to reach up. Exhaling, bringing hands to heart center. Inhaling to reach up once again. This time as you exhale, twisting to your left. Left hand comes behind you. Right hand comes to your left knee. Taking a deep breath in, lengthening through your spine. As you exhale, maybe twisting a little more. If space is available, taking your gaze over your left shoulder. And we'll inhale, reaching up. Gaze looks at fingertips. As you exhale, twisting to the right. Right hand comes behind you. Left hand comes to right knee. Being mindful not to lean back into that right arm, but still sitting up nice and tall. We'll take a deep breath in, lengthening through your spine. And as you exhale, maybe twisting a little more, gaze comes over your right shoulder. We'll inhale, reaching up high through the center. As you exhale, folding it forward. Coming as far as you comfortably can, honoring whatever space is available. Noticing if you feel any of this in your hips. And if it's uncomfortable for you, maybe just sitting up slightly. If you have the space available, taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, folding it forward. We'll walk our hands over to the left. And then bringing your left forearm down to the mat, reaching your right arm up and extending it over while keeping that right hip on the mat. Bringing your hands back down, walking them through the center and over to the right. And we'll bring our right forearm down this time, reaching that left arm up and maybe extending it over. Coming back down to the center, taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, maybe folding forward a little more. And then we'll slowly walk our hands back up and then bringing them behind you. So your fingertips are pointed toward the front. We'll take a deep breath in. As you exhale, lifting those hips off of the mat, pressing into the floor, pressing into the mat with your hands, lifting your hips, and then slowly coming back down to your seat. And we're going to switch out our legs. So whichever leg is in front, sending it to the back. Noticing any differences that you feel from one side to the other. We'll plant our hands on our inhale, reaching up. Gaze looks at fingertips. As you exhale, bringing hands to heart center. We'll inhale to reach up. Exhaling, bringing hands to heart center. Inhaling to reach up. Once again, this time as you exhale, twisting to the right. Right hand comes behind you. Left hand comes to right knee. Again, remembering to sit up nice and tall. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, twisting to the right. Gaze comes over your right shoulder. And we'll inhale, reaching up high through the center. As you exhale, this time twisting to the left. Taking a deep breath in, lengthening through your spine. And as you exhale, twisting a little more. Gaze comes over your left shoulder. We'll inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, taking a forward fold. Noticing any differences that you feel from one side to the other, honoring those differences. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. This time we'll walk our hands over to the right first, keeping that left hip planted on the mat. Planting your right forearm into the mat, reaching up, and if the space is available, reaching over. Coming back down through the center, over to the left, keeping that right hip planted this time, planting your left arm, reaching your right arm up, and maybe extending it over. Coming back down through the center, taking a deep breath in, and a long breath out. And then slowly walking our hands back up and bringing our hands behind us, fingertips point forward, taking a deep breath in, dropping those knees as much as you comfortably can. As you exhale, lifting your hips, maybe lifting your heart and gaze. And then we'll slowly come back down to the mat. Beautiful, guys. Extending your legs, maybe shaking them out if you need to, and we'll find our way onto all fours. Coming into our tabletop, bringing your knees under your hips, hands come under your shoulders, and we'll take a child's pose here. Sending your hips back to your heels, separating your knees if that's most comfortable, allowing your belly to drop through, reaching those arms forward and resting your forehead on the mat. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And another deep breath in and a long breath out. And then slowly finding your way back into your tabletop. Maybe playing with it a bit here. If it feels good to have your knees a little bit wider or a little bit closer, you can bring them there, whichever is most comfortable. But in most of our cases, our knees will be underneath our hips and our hands will be directly underneath our shoulders. Fingers spread nice and wide. Taking a deep breath in, dropping your belly low, sending your gaze up high. And as you exhale, rounding it in, tucking chin to chest, scooping tail forward. We'll inhale, dropping belly low, sending gaze up high. And as you exhale, rounding it in. Inhaling, dropping belly low, sending gaze high. Maybe it feels good to bend your elbows as you come forward. And as you exhale, maybe bending your elbows as you come back. We'll inhale, dropping belly low, sending gaze up high once again. And as you exhale, coming back into a neutral spine, a flat back. And maybe taking left shoulder to left hip, right shoulder to right hip. Maybe you allow your head to hang down nice and heavy. And then coming into stillness. Preparing for our downward dog, maybe walking your hands forward just a teeny bit. Taking a deep breath in as you exhale, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, coming into our downward dog. If it feels good here, bending one knee and then the other. Maybe you wag your tail from side to side. And then coming into stillness. On your inhale, bringing a bend into your knees, pressing your belly back toward your thighs, lengthening through your spine as you exhale, coming back into your downward dog. And on our inhale, taking our gaze between our thumbs, as we exhale, walking our hands up to our feet, coming into our forward fold. Allowing your head to hang nice and heavy here, maybe taking a grip on opposite elbows if that feels good for you. You can also bring a mini bend into your knees to release the back side of your body. Head hangs nice and heavy, relaxing your neck. And maybe you just swing side to side here. Nodding your head yes or shaking it no. Coming back into stillness, releasing your grip. Maybe your hands touch the mat. Maybe your hands come here, wherever is most comfortable for you, honoring whatever space is available. We'll inhale, lifting halfway. And exhaling to fold. Inhaling, lifting halfway once again. And exhaling to fold. We'll inhale to reverse swan dive, sweeping our arms up high, gaze reaches for fingertips as you exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Just taking a moment here, taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And another deep breath in and a long breath out. We'll inhale, sweeping our arms up high as you exhale. Taking a forward fold, bending your knees, planting your hands, stepping it back into our downward dog. On your inhale, bringing a bend into your knees, pressing your belly back toward your thighs as you exhale, coming into your downward dog. On our next inhale, sending your right leg high. We'll bend our knees, stacking your hips. So stacking right hip over left. Maybe seeing if you can see your foot underneath your left arm. And then bringing it back down to the mat. On our next inhale, sending our left leg high, bending our knees, stacking our hip once again. Bringing your left foot back down to the mat. Knees come down to the mat, sending your hips back to your heels, coming into your child's pose. Taking a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And we'll do another deep breath in and a long breath out. Coming back into your tabletop, making any adjustments that you find necessary with your hands or your knees. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, coming into our downward dog once again. On our inhale, sitting our right leg high. As you exhale, Bringing that knee in as close to your body as you can, and then stepping your right foot forward, coming into our lunge. Making sure that your knee and foot are in line with each other. We'll inhale, lifting heart and gaze. As you exhale, planting your hands, stepping it forward for forward fold. Inhaling here, lifting halfway. Exhaling to fold. We'll inhale to reverse swan dive, sweeping our arms up high. Exhaling, bringing hands to heart center. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. We'll inhale, sweeping arms up high. As you exhale, taking a forward fold. Bending your knees, planting your hands, stepping your right foot back. Inhaling here, lifting heart and gaze. As you exhale, planting your hands, stepping it back, downward dog. We'll inhale, coming forward to plank. If you like, you can lower down like this, or you can bring your knees down to the mat, squeezing those elbows in, coming all the way down. We'll inhale, lifting heart and gaze. As you exhale, tucking your toes, coming back up, using your knees if you like, finding your way into downward dog. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. On your next inhale, sending your left leg high. As you exhale, stepping that left foot forward to your left thumb. Making sure your knee and foot are in line with each other. We'll inhale to lift heart and gaze. As you exhale, planting your hands, stepping it forward for forward fold. Inhaling, lifting halfway. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling to reverse swan dive, sweeping arms up high. As you exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And another deep breath in and a long breath out. On your next inhale, reaching your arms up high. As you exhale, taking a forward fold. Bending your knees, planting your hands, stepping your left foot back. We'll inhale here, lifting heart and gaze. As you exhale, planting your hands, stepping it back, downward dog. And we'll inhale to come forward to plank. Again, if you like, lowering your knees, otherwise coming all the way down. We'll inhale, lifting heart and gaze. As you exhale, tucking your toes, using your knees if you like. Coming back into our downward dog. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. On your next inhale, bringing your knees down to the mat, untucking your toes, sending your hips back to your heels, coming into a child's pose. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. Taking another deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhaling, coming back into tabletop. As you exhale, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, coming into downward dog. On our inhale, taking our gaze between our thumbs. As we exhale, walking our feet up to our hands, coming into our forward fold. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And another deep breath in and a long breath out. Hanging out here for a moment, connecting to your breath. Deep breath in, long breath out. Tucking your chin to your chest, and we'll slowly come up, one vertebra at a time, allowing your chin and gaze to be last. Hope that you guys are enjoying the video so far. If you need to take a water break at any point in our practice, you can feel free. Once you have your water, we'll come back to the mat, bringing our hands beside us, taking a deep breath in and a long breath out, and another deep breath in and a long breath out. On our inhale, sweeping arms up high. As you exhale, taking a forward fold, bending your knees, planting your hands, stepping your right foot back. And then planting both hands to the mat, stepping left foot back, coming into our downward dog. On your next inhale, sending your right leg high. As you exhale, stepping that right foot forward to your right thumb. Again, making sure your knee and foot are in line with each other. And on our inhale, we'll sweep our biceps up by our ears, coming into our high lunge. So we're rooted down through all four corners of our front foot, pressing strong through that back heel. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, maybe taking your gaze up and back. And we'll inhale, coming back upright, bringing our hands down at either side of our front foot. Taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, straightening your front leg as much as you comfortably can. If it feels better to keep a mini bend in your knee, feeling free to do so. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And another deep breath in and a long breath out. We'll take one more deep breath in here. As you exhale, bringing a bend back into your front knee and spinning your left heel down. So we're coming into heel to arch alignment, lining up the heel of your front foot with the arch on your back foot. Sending that left arm forward, reaching your right arm back. And when you're ready, cartwheeling up into your warrior two. So we want to make sure our knee and foot are still in line with each other. Taking a peek down at your right foot and noticing if it's covered up by your knee. If it is, maybe lining up that knee over your second toe. We're pressing all the way through the outer edge of our back foot. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. Flipping your palm on your front hand, reaching your upper body forward, dropping left arm down, right arm comes up high. Seeing if you can keep that bend in your front knee. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. Coming back into our warrior two, arms in T position. And when you're ready, straightening that front leg. On your inhale, reaching your upper body forward, sending your hips back, dropping your right arm down, left arm comes up high, seeing if we can rotate our heart toward the ceiling. And instead of using that right hand to rest on your right leg, maybe bringing the back of your hand to the inside of your leg, really using your core here. We'll inhale, coming back into a T. As we exhale, bringing a bend back into our front knee. Cartwheeling our hands down, bringing them to either side of our front foot, coming into our lunge, planting our hands, stepping it back, downward dog. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. On your next inhale, sending your left leg high. As you exhale, stepping that left foot forward to your left thumb. Taking as many steps as you need. And on our inhale, sweeping our biceps up by your ears. So again, we're rooted down through all four corners of our front foot, pressing strong all the way through that back heel. Taking a deep breath in here. As you exhale, maybe taking your gaze up and back. Coming back upright. And then bringing your hands down at either side of your front foot, Taking a deep breath in as you exhale, straightening that front leg, folding it forward. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And another deep breath in and a long breath out. We'll take one more deep breath in here. As you exhale, bringing a bend back into your front knee and then spinning your right heel down. We're coming back into our heel to arch alignment, lining up the heel of your front foot with the arch on your back foot. Knee and foot are in line with each other on your front foot, sending your left arm back, reaching your right arm forward. And when you're ready, cartwheeling up into your warrior two again. Again, we're rooted down through all four corners of our front foot, pressing all the way through the outer edge of our back foot. Noticing if your knee is lining up over your toes. Relaxing your shoulders. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. Flipping your palm on your front hand, reaching your upper body forward, dropping right arm down, left arm comes up high for reverse warrior. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. When you're ready, coming back into warrior two, straightening your front leg. On your inhale, reaching your upper body forward, sending your hips back, dropping left arm down, right arm comes up high. Remembering using your core here. On our inhale, slowly coming back up into a T position. As you exhale, bringing a bend into your front knee. And we'll cartwheel our hands down, coming to either side of our front foot, coming back into a lunge, and then stepping it forward for forward fold. Taking a deep breath in here and a long breath out. And a deep breath in and a long breath out. We'll do another deep breath in here and one more long breath out. Tucking your chin to your chest, slowly coming up, one vertebra at a time, allowing your chin gaze to be last. Beautiful, guys. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And you can stay where you are on your mat. I'll just move so that I'm facing you. Coming into our Tadasana or our mountain pose, bringing our feet about hip width apart. You can measure that by bringing two fists together and then bringing them in between your feet. And then coming back up, coming into our mountain pose, taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. On our inhale, reaching our arms up high. As we exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Getting grounded in your left foot, bringing your right foot to the inside of your left leg. Then you can rest it here on the floor, or you can bring it to the inside of your leg. If you like, you can bring it to the inside of your thigh, whichever space is most comfortable for you. We'll take a deep breath in. As you exhale, sending your branches up and out. When you look outside, if it's windy, maybe the trees dance in the wind. You like to be a dancing tree. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears. And then we'll slowly bring our hands back together, returning them to heart center. Bringing our right foot back to the mat, hands come down beside us. If you need to, you can shake out that left leg. And then coming back into your mountain pose. On your inhale, reaching up. As you exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Getting grounded in your right foot this time, bringing your left foot to the inside. So maybe matching what you did on the other side if you like to try something different, maybe raising your foot. Remembering that we don't want to put our foot on our knee. That is not a good spot for your foot. The floor is an option. Your leg is an option, and so is your thigh. When you're ready, sending your branches up and maybe out. If you're a dancing tree on the other side, maybe you dance a little on this side. When you're ready, bringing hands back together, returning your hands to heart center. Left foot comes back to the mat, shaking out that right leg. Beautiful. So we'll come back down to the mat, finding your way onto your knees and then into tabletop. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, tucking your toes, lifting your hips, coming into downward dog. On our inhale, sitting our right leg high. As you exhale, bringing right knee to right elbow. Inhaling to send it high. Exhaling, right knee to left elbow. Inhaling to send it high. As you exhale, bringing your right foot back down to the mat. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Inhaling, sending left leg high. As you exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhaling to send it high. Exhaling, left knee, right elbow. Inhaling to send it high. Bringing your foot back down to the mat. We'll bring our knees down to the mat. And then sending our hips back to our heels. Coming into a child's pose. Taking a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And another deep breath in. And a long breath out. And then slowly finding your way back up, high on your knees. Our knees again are about hip width apart. The tops of your feet are resting on the mat. And bringing your hands to your back pockets. If you have imaginary back pockets, placing your hands there. And we'll prepare for our camel pose. So taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, you're going to press your hips forward while taking your gaze up and back. And then slowly coming back up. Sending your hips back to your heels, maybe grabbing a hold of your heels. Bringing your forehead down to the mat. Allowing your shoulders to relax, taking a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And then we'll slowly come back up. This time, if you like, you can tuck your toes into the mat and drop your hands back, or you can keep them in your back pocket. So I'll demonstrate the second option. Hands come to your imaginary back pockets, tucking your toes, taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, pressing your hips forward. And then if you like, maybe dropping your fingertips down to your heels, lifting your heart and gaze. Bringing your hands back to your back pocket, supporting yourself, slowly coming back up, untucking your toes if they were tucked, sending hips back to heels, taking a grip on your heels, and just rounding out your spine. Allowing your shoulders to come down toward the mat. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And then we'll slowly just come over to one hip, swinging our legs around and coming onto your back. Bringing your knees into your body, maybe rocking from side to side. Slowly coming back into stillness. Taking your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Left arm comes out beside you, and we'll just guide our knees over to the right. Coming into a twist, taking your gaze over your left shoulder. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And then coming back to the center. This time, taking your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Right arm comes out beside you. Coming into a twist. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And then we'll come back to the center, bringing your fingertips so that they reach for the ceiling, bringing them in between your legs, reaching for the outsides of your feet, and then bringing the soles of your feet as if they're pressing toward the ceiling, and then we're pulling our feet down with our hands. So finding that balance of complementary opposites, we're pushing up with our feet and pulling down with our hands, finding that balance between effort and ease, taking a deep breath in and a long breath out, and another deep breath in and a long breath out. Maybe you rock from side to side here. And then we'll slowly bring our feet back together, giving yourself a hug. Knees come into your chest. And we'll just take a full body stretch. So inhaling, reaching your toes, reaching your fingertips, getting as long as you can. And then as you exhale, just bringing your arms down beside you. Now you can lay here flat on the mat for our next pose, or you can bring the soles of your feet to the mat, whichever is most comfortable for you. And we'll just rest our hands on our belly, taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And another deep breath in and a long breath out. Keeping your right hand on your belly, gently placing your left hand over your heart. Noticing the breath of life and the beat of life. Maybe taking a moment here, scanning your body. From the soles of your feet to the top of your head. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. And when you're ready, slowly coming over to your side into fetal position, either the left side or the right side, using your arms to support your head and your neck. Taking another deep breath in and a long breath out. Bringing your hand down to the mat, gently pressing your way back up into a comfortable seat. Resting your hands on your knees, taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. Bringing your hands to heart center and just ending our time together with gratitude to our bodies and all that they offered us. And gratitude from me to you for joining me and allowing me into your space to guide you through practice. It is my hope that each of you are safe and surrounded by love. And until we meet again, the light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste. Okay.